All right, here we are, episode 3 of Bite Worthy, where I take comedians out to their favorite restaurants. This is a first for Waffle House, but and I ask them questions about food, about comedy, life, wherever the conversation takes us. But biting material is not something that we do or want to do in the industry. It means you're stealing jokes. It means you're taking from other comedians. However, if a comedian is bite-worthy, that means they're worthy of stealing, and they're good enough to steal from. Not that we do it. So this week we actually have the nicest guy in comedy, in my opinion. Yeah, it is. Shut up. And he is the host of Dynamic El Dorado. He has a podcast. He does the Laughing Skull in many different venues. He's kind of everywhere. Sweetest guy in the world, Benjamin Brown, a.k.a. Ben Freshly.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you, man. So you picked, all right.
This is based, I thought the Waffle House is based on my material. We go into like scales, like restaurants.
You talk about lowbrow, blue collar? No. For rednecks and meth heads?
I saw Ben set the skull last time. Yikes, we're going to Waffle House.
Yeah.
I picked this place.
Yeah. You're definitely worth more than Waffle House, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a steakhouse, man.
A steakhouse?
Yeah. Or a good burger, at least.
Yeah. I eat like garbage. So like maybe ramen noodles. We go to a ramen. This is perfect.
Ramen noodle place?
Yeah.
All right. We'll go there. I'll take you there off camera. We'll just chill. So here's the thing. You picked Waffle House. You're not the only comic that picked Waffle House. I'm going to give you 3 guesses. Who else do you think picked it?
Luke Bentley?
I knew that was going to be your first guess. No.
Sorry,
I didn't
Luke.
ask. I didn't ask Luke yet. He's higher than me in the picking order, so.
Luke's he's a teddy bear.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Super funny.
Excuse me.
It's all right. We'll keep it in.
Yeah, thank you. Say, not Luke, for real.
No. Got 2 guesses.
It wouldn't be Tim, because Tim's, I don't know. I can't think of anybody. Not Gabby? Gabby Watts?
No, I haven't asked Gabby yet, but if she says Waffle House, I'd be shocked.
I could see her eating Waffle House.
She's like, I want to eat my ex-boyfriend's heart out of a dumpster. She is.
Yeah.
That's where she would
Alex
eat.
Libby?
No. It's all good guesses. It's Delano.
Yeah.
He said Waffle House. I'm
I
like,
could see
no,
that.
I'm paying, right? Like,
Yeah.
you're good.
Yeah, you're like,
Maybe you're being nice, but if this is one of your favorite places, by all means, I'll be more than happy to take you to
well,
that.
it's like a comic mentality, I guess, because like lack of money and like I have hardly none. Like I quit everything to do not really do comedy. It's just to less stress.
I didn't want to do this show. I just wanted a meal.
I came here for the mill.
Yeah. So you host the mic on Fridays at El Dorado.
Yes, sir.
What are the perks of hosting?
I haven't figured out any perks yet.
What are the bad parts? Like, what are the good things about hosting as opposed to doing comedy?
Trying to make everybody happy and get everybody on. Because my goal is to get everybody on the show. Like I stay open till like 2:30.
Yeah, the wee hours.
Yeah, so it starts at 11, and now I'm doing 3 features.
Okay.
So
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so it's 24 minutes with a little fluff in between. So about 30 minutes. Then the show starts like at 11:30.
Right.
For like the open mic part of it. And I haven't figured out any perks for myself because I'm trying to get on and off stage and get like everybody else like a shot to get on and like work.
I would imagine that you can see everybody get better at a joke. Like you can see a joke evolve as a host. Like I don't always I try and be there for everybody, but I can't.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to. This week has been crazy. Otherwise I'd have been down everywhere, but I wanted to go to the Best End. I wanted to go to, the Hissy Fit shows. I wanted to go everywhere. Trust me, my heart is there, but I can't do that. But being a host, you get to see the joke about this, like, oh, he told it this way.
Yeah, you'll get to see that too, like going around to all these rooms. So you see the people, you're like, oh, I've heard that like 10 times now. But you can also kind of like mime it in a way. You're like, you kind of lip it. You're like, I know he's about to say next. And
and then they throw you a little curveball. You're like, oh, you didn't. Oh, okay.
The evolution of the.
That's always cool. because I like writing the joke and seeing how a joke unfolds and where it goes.
Like,
I wrote a joke about my dad being Bigfoot, and it turned into a joke about my dad being the Pope. Don't know how it got there.
Is your dad tall?
No, dude, look at me. No, my mom is 5'1". I'm 5'5". So the tallest that he can be by average is like 5'9".
Like I'm 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in there.
Yeah, shut up.
My dad is my biological father. He's like 5'4", 5'5", and my mom's 5'4", 5'5". So what's going on? You know?
How tall was the mailman?
Yeah. Well, I worked with my dad like when we reunited to work to get like he's like trying to be my buddy. He's like, I got you a job when I was like 18.
Nice.
And I had to walk through the shop with him. He's at a body shop. And like all the techs would be like, milkman's son, you know, or like, and he'd be like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm tall. I forget I'm tall sometimes.
Yeah. I
forget.
Yeah. You're always like sitting down somewhere. I'm like, oh yeah, you are tall.
Yeah, I'm a gentle giant.
You are. You're a big old teddy bear. You're very nice.
That's what Luke said during my like we're doing that roast at Dynamic. And and my guy didn't show up that I was paired against, so I asked Jason Holsey to do it. Like he was on the sidewalk, and I was like, I love Jason. He's like one of the greats.
Yeah.
In Atlanta.
But if you don't know who Halsey is,
he doesn't have an Instagram.
No, he's one of the few, but I respect him so much for that.
Yeah.
And he's like if Nick Offerman had sex with Nate Bargatze and had a comedy
somewhere.
baby. Yeah, and that's how it is. Yeah. And I love it. I love his style. I love his cadence. He's a strong, soft-spoken man. Good, very good comedy.
We were roasting. I convinced him to, roast, and I wasn't going to go past him. He was going to win, but it was time for like the panel to like roast us. And Luke Bentley was like, "You can't roast Ben. He's like the nicest guy." And I'm like, "What? Roast me? Come on, because I love Luke's banter. He's a good roaster.
He is. I can imagine. I can see him being savage. If I were to give an insult,
he's savage during mics.
if I were to make fun of you for anything, it's like I've seen you in the same outfit more than once. Yeah. It's like you have one outfit. Either A, you're doing it as marketing, B, you're doing it on purpose, and like you're just making
I'm
a
really
joke.
Poor.
You have no money, and this is an intervention.
I have no money. I'm wearing pajamas today. Y'all won't see in the bottom, but I'm wearing pajamas.
Yeah, you're good. That's about the only thing I can make fun of you for.
Yeah, well, everything else I think Jason made fun because my ears were gauged, like the 90s era. I think he made something about that.
Yeah, because we're about the same age.
Yeah, I'll be 35 in May.
Oh wow! I just turned 36 in January.
Yeah, we're not old.
No.
Everybody else is young and immature.
No, but I will tell you, we for sure are getting older. I told this story the other night at dinner. I was at a coffee shop, and this must have been high school or young college girl was the cashier. She was the only person in the store because it was in between shifts, and Mbop was playing. Now I know you know what Mbop is. It was like the Macarena. No, the Macarena was the Macarena of our time. Yeah. Mbop was
like 2 years later.
Yeah, it was like the next biggest thing. It was the Gangnam Style of our side. So anyway, Mbop was playing, and I go, Mbop. And she took off her headset, like, what?
Yeah, like, I don't know
I go,
what the fuck you're talking about.
She goes, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
She didn't know what I was saying. I could have been speaking Mandarin.
Yeah, you don't know who Hanson is?
You don't know what Mbop is?
Yeah.
She goes, just shrugged, like the emoji.
Who are they like equivalent to now?
I don't know, man.
I don't want to say, hey, they're going to go away pretty soon. Jinx, because Hanson kind of disappeared.
I don't know.
I was never a Hanson fan. I was more of like a metal guy.
Well, of course, yeah. Hanson sucks, and that song sucks. But I knew it.
Dude, I caught myself listening to a Hanson song on the subway drunk, like on Mario.
Oh, that's when you know you're too drunk.
Yeah, man.
When you listen to Hanson.
I bombed at a show, and I was like riding the train because I didn't want to get a DUI.
Yeah.
And I was listening to I can't remember which Hanson song it was. It was one of their sad emo songs.
Oh my God!
And I was like, what am I doing? I need to rearrange my life.
Speaking of rearranging life and having no money, let's say this is Waffle House. It's $1 on Google, right? You have $5, a $5 bill and a $1 bill, and you have $6. What are you getting from Waffle House?
I would say back in like the '90s, probably All-Star, but that's not possible anymore. It's up a couple bucks.
This is old Joe's inflation time now. You can't afford that.
Sleepy goddamn Joe.
No
Sorry for the Joe
Biden.
supporters. I'm not any supporter. How about that?
Yeah.
I would say what I just had. I like hash browns. Yeah.
You just get a couple plate of hash browns.
Maybe a side of scrambled eggs.
Okay. That's it. I get that.
Yeah.
Some people order them with chili.
That sounds like diarrhea.
Those
sounds
people,
like a mess.
Those people smoke meth, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, I grew up with a lot of those people.
Because we're from north of Atlanta.
We're from the woods.
OTP. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked that the other night when you
That
did.
was such a dumb joke. It was so silly.
But dumb jokes are funny.
Hey, so they are. You know what? They are. So you met a bunch of bite-worthy comics. Bite-worthy, by the way, officially on Urban Dictionary.
Really?
Yeah, thanks to yours truly. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. It was free and
Oh yeah, really.
whatever.
I'm putting that on.
I'm putting it out there. I'm just going to put something. Just
I used to like going on
dumb
Wikipedia
stuff in
and
the
changing
world.
people's stories. I don't know
yeah,
if you still
you
do
can't
that.
do that now. They were like, we should probably change this.
Yeah, I would
Change
do
the
it just-
entire history of King Henry VIII to be like, he liked to get pegged by.
Yeah, I would put way worse stuff. We're not
vampires.
going to say what I put.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want to be canceled right now.
Yeah, did you know what George
Not
Washington?
that I'm cancelable.
Uncancelable. We can't get
I
lower.
get canceled, yeah.
We can't get lower.
Yeah, somebody was like, you don't want to get canceled for saying, I was like, we're not going to say the word I said. It's R. It starts with an R. And he's like, I was like, what happens if somebody get canceled? Like, they ban me on Discord, or like, I don't know, I can't go do an open mic, like somewhere.
Ooh.
Can't go to roll call this week.
Can't go to roll call. Sorry, Alex.
Shout out to roll call. Alex
Every
is
Monday
the
and
homie.
Wednesday.
Yeah. Alex does a show with they're working on a podcast right now too with Jeremy.
Good.
They have
Got to give it a call.
It's called the
give it a listen.
Strawberry Guacamole Podcast, and it's pretty funny. I was on like a episode, and it's pretty interesting.
Look at you getting in all the media.
Got to do it.
Yeah, I get you.
I stayed the night at Jeremy's house, so I just kind of forced my way in.
Jeremy
Berterioni.
Berterioni.
And he's
Berterioni.
I say it like he's Italian, but he's I think he's Filipino. That's what make it mad right there. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. You went from Tuscany to Tagala.
Yeah,
Okay,
there we
gotcha. Cool. So you've heard like a bunch of bite-worthy material. Is there a joke? I know. All right. Name a joke that you've heard 100 times
In Atlanta?
that you still laugh every time.
Man, I don't say it because they're like, oh, Ben. Of course, Ben would say that. But I like. Okay, Jason Halsey, but it's not like he does the same jokes. It's I've heard a bunch of his jokes, and like each time he gets on stage, it's on like last week at the mic. Somebody was talking about deer.
Yeah, Denzel. He was talking about bumping around like Denzel in Training Day.
Yeah. It's just I could watch him all day. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a voice.
Mandel. Let's go with Mansandel. He's gonna be on the show this Friday.
Yeah.
So Kevin Williams. Yeah, Mandel. I've watched him do some of the material probably like 20, 30 times, and it's he's just one of my favorite guys in Atlanta to watch do comedy.
Yeah.
I could name like a dozen.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that. He's the bit how he's like the guy's giving me death threats, but he's encouraging. Like at times that never gets old.
Mine was
That's
the
a
one
good
like
one.
he goes like that's what we call a secret about like the guy on the plane or whatever.
yeah.
He's like he takes his shoes off on the plane. He's like he's like because my mom is birthday. I'm a butcher. I'm not going to do it.
We call it secret.
That's what we call a secret.
That's a good bit. So, all right, you're an even bigger hip hop fan than me.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yes. No, it's not. That was a statement. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's a rhetorical question. You are.
I love
So
90s hip hop a lot.
my question is more of a scenario. Let's say you're at the building that houses all hip hop, like, and it's on fire. You only have enough time to save 3 albums.
Oh, yeah, I got this.
What are you pulling?
We're gonna go with Goody Mob's first album. Then we're gonna go with Outkast's first and second. That's 3 albums.
Just totally Atlanta.
Yeah, it's all Atlanta. But there's a lot more too. I like Houdini. I like a lot of older stuff. Houdini's kind of, Friends. You know that song?
Yeah. So Simone.
Yeah. I was trying to break it down to where I could re-chop it up in a song.
It's a good sample.
Yeah.
Because it's just old enough to where, like, kids would
Make
love
fun
it.
of it?
Yeah, they would make fun of it, but they would like appreciate it, but not knowing why.
I heard David Cross making fun of it in a bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's like, what is this? Like, we listen to Houdini or something like that? He's like, what rap
That's
era
a
is
very
this?
specific reference.
Yeah.
I think I'll give you my 3. I would take Talib Kweli and DJ High Tech's Reflections Eternal album.
Yeah.
I would take, and I have this one on vinyl. I would take Black Star's Astrology. I would take that album.
I play that at the mic.
I appreciate that.
I play it every mic.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was for me. Well, then never
I
mind.
didn't know that was your go-to, but
It was one of my. It's one of my favorite.
It was meant to be.
It was. I appreciate that. Look at that. And then I would take. I'd have to take the 36 Chambers, man.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was one of my first. Is Atlanta hip hop because riding the school bus, like they put it on. When I was a kid, it was like 97.9, I think, or 97.1. It was before Ludacris was a rapper. He is DJ Chris Leva, and
that's old school.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm an old person, and your audience is going to be like 25 to 28.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the age of the internet.
What is he talking about? That's why we're not friends with that guy. Like,
he's old.
He's dinosaur stuff. Yeah,
he hears mbop and knows what it is. I get you.
Yeah.
So I'd say like I said before, you're probably the sweetest and most supportive dude in comedy. Super nice and rare. Are there things that we can do as comics, like that really? People don't do as often as they should, that we could like be more supportive and nicer to each other, like they're trying to get ahead while still trying to get ahead. I mean,
I think it's already going that path. Like when I first started, I've only been doing comedy 3 years, but when I first started, there wasn't like all these mics, like the opportunity. I started my mic to get everybody kind of like closer together.
It's a close mic. It's very who's who of people working out material.
Yeah, because like when I first started, you were scared to go up to somebody that's like killing. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh yeah, like
it can be intimidating.
Yeah,
it really can.
But I sort of got over it,
Yeah.
But that's the reason I started the mic, so everybody could kind of like. So I was going to like shows and like I would know. I'm not gonna say names, but they're like,
never.
Who are you? I haven't seen you around. I'm like, yeah, I've been in the corner the whole time in the back room. Yeah. But,
I was just on stage.
I was just on stage. Yeah, that's happened before too. Like, who are you? And I was like, I've seen you.
You gave me a joke to run. I was like, whoa.
It happened to Jeremy the other day too. He goes, man, you're great at rocking a room. He was like, what's your name again? And he was like, thanks, man.
Oh yeah, appreciate it. The huffing and puffing.
Yeah.
The huffing and puffing. So I don't want to ask the same. I usually ask if you're on death row, what's your last meal? But I'm just going to ask a random question, like, not Waffle House. What's like the opposite of Waffle House? What's the
Huddle
fancy?
House.
No, it's
Is Huddle House even a thing anymore?
It's still open. I don't know how. They got good ice though. They got the Pebble
from
ice. Cartersville. I didn't know that.
Yep. Meth capital, Georgia.
Wow.
Yeah.
So and then you moved to Canton.
Well, I moved to Marietta. Went to breakup and back to Canton. My family, my mom, her family's from like Waleska, which is above Canton.
Yeah.
It's like Reinhardt College.
Oh yeah, is that on the way to like?
You can get to Daresville that way if you hit 140.
Daresville, that's right.
Yeah. See, nobody's listening to the podcast. They're like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, I know this is not comedy or food, but This is Georgia. We talk Georgia as well, man. Because being from the northern...
the woods. We call it the woods.
The woods. Yeah. I wrote that joke about OTP smelling like pine trees and fresh cut grass. It is true. I mean, it is very like woodsy. It's a lot greener than Atlanta. I'll tell you that much, man.
Yeah, it smells like methamphetamine. Like my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
See, Cummings kind of like has been gentrified a lot, and it's really.
It sure has.
When I was a kid, no, you don't want to go to Cummings.
No. I would roller. Oh, this is. I just get more embarrassing.
Were you gonna say rollerblade?
I would rollerblade to the Dairy Queen because there was nothing there.
I'm trying to picture you rollerblading.
What's that character Terry from Reno 911? Nick Swartz. That's what I just felt like just going. You know.
I used to dabble in the rollerblade.
Everybody did, but then Bill Burr talked about it. It was okay until that one guy. Said it was uncool, and then we stopped, and then everybody, and there's 10,000 pairs of rollerblades in the landfill.
That's I love that rant. Bill does rants, and I love rants.
Let me tell you, that Philly rant, I have never seen anybody go off. I laughed so hard.
During the pandemic, I was able to watch everybody's material. I think I watched it all, like
the catalog of everybody.
Yeah, like Andy Sanford's joke. He was like about his Netflix bit. Have you heard that? Andy Sanford.
It's Sanford. No, I haven't heard Andy.
You have to check it out because I don't want to butcher Andy's bits because he's a great writer and I am not.
It's tough when you want to remember a joke, but you just I'm going to stop here. You might just say a punchline or a word or two, or you just call it the pretzel bit or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you call it that. So he has a good bit.
Like me, I just say many as offensive words as I can and in the first bit of the joke, and then try to bring it back, and hopefully it'll work. It rarely does.
I do well. I mean, it's okay as long as you're having fun telling the joke.
Yeah.
I wrote one blue joke that has blue material just painted through it, and I don't want to give away the title of the joke because that's the punchline, but I do say a joke where I say a bunch of curse words, vulgarity strung in a row, and I might tell it at Limerick. That'd be a good place. Yeah, that's what I thought. Joe's pretty good.
The lightning round because you got 2 minutes, and that's pretty much just one of your jokes you're working on.
Hey, let's try this.
Yeah,
let's see if this works.
And is able to get everybody on stage.
Joe is an amazing host, man. Let me tell you something about Joe Smith. He is one of the best at sarcasm and shit giving.
I
have never. He is a artiste about it, and I listen to his podcast.
I do too.
Getting my act together. Clever. It's smart. He's wordy, but not heady. He's down to earth, but elevated. You hear about comedy and life in Atlanta. It is a gem.
Yeah, his perspective on comedy. I love listening to Joe Smith.
Yeah.
I don't listen to it religiously. I try to listen to all like the Atlanta podcasts, from comedians.
There's a lot of
them.
It's a lot.
So
that's a good way to get into.
Yeah, and that's the podcast is my favorite. With Derek, Marcel, Evan Rollins. And,
Evan's on there?
Chris is lame. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check that one out.
That's the funniest podcast because it's just silly and it's just
silly's good. We have too much. We have a lot of seriousness.
But it sounds like they're being serious at some points, and they're
it just goes off.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the tangents, the silly scenarios, because we as comics we automatically think about something that's serious and our brains might just go to the extreme ridiculous or the silly, and that's kind of the beauty of humor is that you can take a death in the family, the fact that you have chronic BO, or
I showered before I came.
That just came up on the top of my head, but anything like that's embarrassing or silly or tragic, and then make it stupid and ridiculous.
Yeah,
and that's so fun to do.
Yeah, I have one where I'm working on now, where everybody's scared of the dentist, but not for the right reasons. I was scared for that. I just became scared of the dentist, and it's my dentist. He was doing a lot of work on my mouth, and you can't say shit because he's in your mouth. He's like, he's about your height, and it's perfect alignment for his dick to land right on the palm of my hand.
Oh my god!
And he was there the whole time. He's like, "Is everything okay?" And I'm like, "No." Like, and he's like, "Well, I'm glad everything will be yeah." And he's like, he's really over enthusiastic. I'm pretty sure he got kind of hard too.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I felt it move.
It's not oral B, it's oral D.
That's funny, yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll be at the Punchline May 1st. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding about that.
That's my birthday.
Is it?
Yeah. May
Dude,
1st.
come through. Tell Marcy.
I have something I'm doing on May 1st, though. I can't remember what.
The show's at 8. It's on a Sunday, but whatever. I mean, or don't. It's your birthday. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Hey, do this on your birthday.
No, like I would love to go to Punchline. I don't go enough.
Go in there.
I wonder if I should plug the movie that we're doing. Yeah, doing a movie.
Yeah, that's the next thing. So I was going to ask you one last question. So you like the classics like Wahoo, like you like Waffle House. What foods do you? I don't think I've asked anybody this. What foods do you hate?
I don't. I'm less picky as I get older. It's always been like onions, but now I tolerate them a little more.
Okay.
But that's the only thing.
You don't much like raw onions, because I will house an entire plate of onion rings.
Oh, I can eat onion rings. Yeah.
Okay, fried.
Yeah, fried. Yeah.
Fry. You fry cat turds, I'll eat them.
Yeah. I like
okay,
some
cool.
turds.
Gotcha.
No, it's like you got the zest. You got some sauce to dip into. Yeah, but onions, I don't know. Like I just never liked it.
I get that.
It's like a texture thing.
I get that.
Yeah, but
when people say coconut for that reason, people hate biting coconut because it tastes like.
I never really been into coconut. I don't think. I'm from North Georgia, so tomato sandwiches. You know what I mean?
Tomato sandwiches with a little bit of mayo and black pepper and salt.
If you're lucky.
Hooey.
Yeah.
That's fine eating.
Yeah, my grandpa had a garden, and so
fresh maters.
Yeah, fresh maters.
Fresh maters.
Yeah, he had 4 acres of gardening.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah, so we
eat a lot. What else did you grow? Squash.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Pole beans.
Yeah, anything that the the soil will take, which is like a good spot for him, I guess. So
that's nice because you get outside of that Georgia red clay.
I learned how to farm a little bit.
Good. You should, man. There's nothing more satisfying than doing something, building it, farming it, tilling it.
Then you do it once and you're like, fuck this. This is tiring. My back hurts and I'm dirty. And
you respect for people who had to grow their own food. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah. I told my grandma, I was like, fuck this. I'm out.
Sorry.
He's like, well, thanks for trying. You know.
Do you call her Granny?
No,
Nana?
I call
Mama?
my grandpa Poppy, and my grandma is actually. My grandfather passed away 3 years ago.
Oh,
it's right when I started comedy. He's better off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
My family lives to be really old. Like late 90s. It's ridiculous. I don't believe in living that old. Sorry, old people. Yeah, I think so I don't know. 65. That's the cutoff for me.
It's a good life.
It's a good life.
You've done a lot.
Yeah, I'm 35 now. If I can get 30 more years, I don't even want to imagine how I feel 30 years later.
I get that.
Yeah,
some days I wake up and I don't want to live anymore. I'm 36.
Yeah.
So I can imagine if I had 30 years, wrinkles, liver spots.
I don't look good now. I don't imagine
You're doing fine. You're doing just fine. Okay, so onions. So you got onions, but you grew up with, the good old Southern cooking.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, now time to plug, promote, tell everybody about anything you got going on.
Helping a buddy with a movie. It's called Blood Mountain Massacre. It's a slasher film. I got
looked fun.
I got a cameo in it, and
yeah,
I just do whatever they ask me to do.
Yeah, a lot of people in it. Catherine Bradford, Joe Kelly, Bob Place. I mean, there's a bazillion people in that movie.
It's going to be a great movie. See, Bob Place has another movie called American Dirtbags. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No, but it's on my list because you mentioned it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's on the list to watch.
American Dirtbags is hilarious. This is more like this brutal. I don't want to say too much about it, but
don't really surprise. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, well, I'm still don't know all of it because I didn't. I'm just along for the ride to help. And,
oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I got a little small cameo.
Okay.
But Liz Durr, Catherine, it's.
I love Liz.
A lot of cameos from some of the funniest comics in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Damian Turner was on set the other day.
Damian.
Yeah, he was like one of my first person like I got to talk to doing comedy, because he worked at the Skull at the time.
He was a good one. He's very helpful, and he's always communicative.
Yeah,
and he's always doing stuff. So I like people that are open, reachable. Damien's that way, and he's very funny.
Yeah. And
maybe one of the best white voices I've ever heard.
yeah, I like his.
Very funny.
Well, did you ever listen to like his Bad News on? He has he had a segment during the pandemic called Bad News. It's pretty much, I think it was a take on Tucker Carlson.
Okay.
He has like the Tucker hair.
I can see that.
And he's got like a red shirt. He's just like spouting out like this
crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's so good. But,
I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah.
That sounds
Bad News.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was like just 1 minute segments of this. It was like I don't know how to describe. You have to watch it.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, because Damien's doing it and it's making fun of that. I'm all in. So you host Dynamic El Dorado.
Dynamic El Dorado Fridays. The show starts at 11, and it's been going on. It was ending around 1:30, now 2:30.
It's a late one.
Yeah.
It's the Taco Bell of open mics. It's open late, man.
It's actually become like a little hit, sort of. Like people,
it's nice. Yeah, it's good.
And it's like the only open mic on a Friday.
And you have it's brilliant. You have a feature. So
yeah.
Look for features at Dynamic El Dorado down there off Edgewood.
You were a feature last week.
I was my first feature, and I thank him for it.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's not my last. I did okay. I think I did very well for that room.
No, like it's always hard doing a show with this it's mainly all comics. Like
toughest crowds ever, man.
Yeah, and I promote it as if you bring a guest, you get first picks on like where you fall on the list next week.
Right.
No one's putting me up on. I don't think anybody reads my instructions because they could be definitely cutting in line a little bit.
That's
the
comedy
most stressful
and
part of the mic is trying.
There you go. You answered that original question. One of the bad parts, like having to manage your friendships. Who comes here late? Who brought people? Who did this? Who did you tell? Who's coming from far away?
There's three that come up to me. They're like, "Hey, I can go on right now, can I?" And I'm like, "No." Joel Byers came through the other night, and I felt bad because I wanted to throw him on, but like I was like, I showed him the list and he got it. He was like, "I get it, man." And I messaged him later that
Joel,
night.
he's super nice.
Shout out Hot Breath.
Yeah, old Hot Breath. Very impressive. I got to plead ignorance. I didn't know how extensive his knowledge and interviewing skills were. So boy, howdy, am I impressed with that.
The Joke Doctor. There's Jerry, the Joke Doctor. I can't remember his last name.
Yeah.
But he's great at like breaking down jokes. Joel had him on like twice.
I saw that.
I took advice from it. It was really good. And he had Mark Norman on there. It's pretty good.
Jesus Christ. Comedy.
Yeah.
You queef.
You have sort of like a Mark Norman thing about you.
Oh, that's the nicest thing you probably said. Yeah, about me.
People say I'm the nicest comic. I'm
You're just a comics comic.
Yeah, I love watching comedy, and I love supporting the Atlanta community.
You know what? I think that's why you and I get along so well, because we hit it off. We're like, hey, we're going to go to these shows. I see you around, and you're not on the shows. I'm often not on the shows. I'm just there because I'm a fan of these people who I participate in, and I'm a fan of comedy.
Like I go to so many shows at the Laughing Skull just to watch them.
Yeah.
You know?
Same. Yeah. You know, I go there and I'll support my buddy. Like my friend Gabe McAteer. He came up and he'll be at a show.
He's funny. He
very funny dude. Very funny dude.
I said his name wrong.
I
said your name wrong too.
Hey, it's okay. You know, I've had my name butchered, but
I know your last name.
Skrilla is way cooler though.
Yeah,
but it's legitimately cooler.
I pronounce everybody's name wrong. I think I've done it to Jeremy's a good friend of mine. I've done.
Joe Smith's gonna come on. You're like Joe Smythe, everybody.
Yeah, Joe Smythe.
Joe Smythe.
It's like more of an anxiety thing. Yeah,
you're good. Yeah. No,
I want to ask Joe to come do a feature. Probably by summer.
I'm sure you do it.
I already got everybody booked up until May, every Friday.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I think I got.
I'd love to do it again in the summertime. It'd be cool.
Well, I've added. I got 3 now. It was 2.
I like the 3.
Yeah.
I like 3 because it's a good chance for people to work out. Because let me tell you, 8 minutes is a long time.
I think it gets people pumped, to do their sets. I know it does for me. If I was
of course,
I'm more just making sure the building doesn't burn down, because that's how it feels. Because you got comics like, hey, yeah, when can I go? Can I go now?
I get
but,
that.
If I'm watching like an open mic, you know, if I'm there participating, it's I don't know. I get pumped by hearing some of this great material.
Okay.
Some good comics around Atlanta.
I get that. I get that. So you have what is it? The comedians was it comedians therapy?
Oh, comedian support group.
Comedian support group. When is that?
That's Sundays.
Sundays.
It's not mine. That's shout
Tim's?
out DJ Timmy Mags. Tim Maggers.
Tim's. Okay.
Yeah, that's his mic. But like I named
Comedy
it
support group.
Comedy support group.
That's funny.
Because that was like the first time was like going to there. I was like, this is like because I'm an AA NA guy, and I was like, this is like
13 years sober.
Yeah, man. Shout out. Yeah, I'm a 3.
Hey. Man.
I had to think about it for a second.
I that's not a problem.
Yeah.
Going. Me and Liz. Oh, we had a.
Yeah, Liz is my roommate now.
Good for Liz. I love her so much. She's so funny. She's so silly.
She's raw, man. She tells it how it is.
She's super Jersey. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I had Zach Hadlock on, and I'm like, he's good dude, very sweet dude, but very Jersey.
I didn't know he's Jersey also.
Yeah, he's from New Jersey. Came down here not too long ago.
I met him through the mic, come into the mic.
Yeah, he's an up and coming. He's been doing it. He's
funny.
The same passions. Like I love doing it. I love being there. I'm glad that you guys are out there because we have our faces everywhere. We try to. I try to. It's hard to be so far away, but
I was going to. Okay, this is silly. But Wolf Oski.
Yeah, I finally got to see him. So
yeah, cool. I actually, when I first met him, I thought he was on tour with Andrew Scholes.
Yeah.
Because I went to the Andrew Scholes show and Will opened up for him.
Okay.
Like for both shows, and I was like, and I didn't know Will at the time. It was like 3 years ago, and I was like, oh damn! I was like, and I saw him around town. I was like, hey, you're back in town? He's like, I'm from here.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah. I was like, oh, I thought you were like on tour with Andrew.
You're like, oh, this is how comedy. Okay.
Yeah,
okay, I get you.
I felt kind of R-worded, but.
Hey man, it's all right.
But yeah, shout out Wolf Oski's hilarious.
Very funny. I have yet to hear his. I think didn't he do an album?
Yeah,
I have yet to hear it.
I got to go to the first one, and it was really funny.
Funny dude.
Yeah, I've been waiting to hear all this come together. Came together well.
I like that. So what else do you have to plug and promote? Are you doing a show anytime soon? You at the Skull anytime soon?
This is a movie. Like I sort of just put everything on hold. I'm doing the
mic.
Okay. Mic and the movie. The movie's becoming like a full-time thing for like.
If this doesn't give you a couple bits, I don't know what will, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and getting to joke around with like the producers and stuff for the.
That's
movie.
good stuff, man.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not the writing the joke and the material and all the things that you think about in comedy that make for a good joke. Sometimes it's just doing stuff. Like I go skiing. I'm a super nerd. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I go to weightlifting.
You should get with Jeremy on the D&D.
Yeah, he looks like he plays D&D, and that doesn't surprise me.
He looks like he does.
No offense, I love you, buddy.
Yeah, he looks like a a Southern Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jeremy, you do.
Yeah, he's playing. I don't know what Italian is for Dungeons and Dragons, but
shout
that's
out Jeremy. He's also they would love this 2019 Magic the Gathering. Like I think he was like a final or whatever. Like he was like number 1 with Magic.
No joke.
Yeah, he plugs it all his shows, and now it's just like a thing. Like I say it.
Okay, well I have some nerd stuff to talk to him. Well, I'm gonna get home on then. He's on the list. He's on the list. Yeah. So next it's Corey Isla. But that's all we're gonna hear. Yeah, check it out. Look, that's all the stuff that I asked you. There you go. Man, I'm prepared. I'm a good host.
Watch out, Joel Byers. Somebody's about to knock you off your pedestal.